Yeah, pass me the rock so I can shoot this three. But I look over on the wing and I see EB. CB the bully in the paint, hanging with them trees. And D cutting to the rim, Mr. Three-Man weed. Yeah, they talk a lot of smack, but they don't get no tease. There's not a topic off limits, there ain't no referees. It don't matter the sport, it don't matter the court, it don't matter the field. Things are gonna get real. They gon' hit it off the tee, straight from hole 18. It could be a par 5, still gon' land on green. Got a mean slap shot to make a goalie freeze. Coming like the avalanche from the 303. Time to lace up the cleats so you won't get beat. I just told the quarterback that it's time to go deep. We got E, B, C, B, the bully, and D. Get your popcorn ready, cause it's the three-man weed. Yeah, ayy, it's the three-man weed. Get your popcorn ready, cause it's the three-man weed. Yeah, ayy, the three-man weed.
We are back for another episode of the Three-Man Weave, two-man game edition. I am EB, the owner and creator of In My Bag Apparel, as you see strewn throughout the room here. And with me on this two-man game episode is my brother, the owner, barber, head dude in charge at Bullies Cuts and Styles, CB the Bully. What's happening, homie?
My boy, my guy. My guy, my boy.
Couldn't have said it better, my man. Good to see you. How are you this evening?
I'm doing well, man. How you doing today?
I'm cool, man. Look, NBA season is over. We are feeling that severely.
Feeling it severely.
A lot, man. But there's a lot going on still. We got the Olympics coming up. We got free agency. The draft is next week. WNBA is on and popping. WWE is getting crazy right now.
I can't wait to hear what you got to say about the WNBA.
It's about which one?
Or about the WWE, my bad.
Oh man, there's a lot. But anyway,
I'm excited about it.
Let's get into some NBA stuff real quick. I only have a couple of things. I saw some rumors today, so I figured we talk about them real quick.
Talk about them.
The Knicks, Cavs, and I saw before we just came live that Warriors are all possibilities should PG opt into his contract and ask for a trade. The Sixers, like we talked about the other day, have kind of lost interest in him. He's still a candidate, I guess, for over there, as is DeJounte Murray. But what do you think about Knicks, Cavs, and Warriors possibilities for Paul George?
I wasn't really expecting any of those teams, honestly. I was thinking maybe more of a contending team. Maybe the Knicks, I could see that. I feel like he would be a better fit in a place like Dallas or Denver.
You don't think with what they have in Cleveland? Because you got to think Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell extend. They'll probably end up, the trade will probably be for Darius Garland. But having Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Paul George, you don't think that makes them kind of a contender? It's a decent bench too?
You know, I haven't given it much thought. I could see Donovan Mitchell off the ball, Paul George bringing the ball up. Maybe more defense over there and probably smarter basketball if they get rid of Garland. That might be one of the number one places he goes.
All right.
I'm not sure Paul George wanted to go back to a smaller market, but
yeah, leaving the West Coast, especially since he wanted to be home. Like all these other guys did.
But if he's looking to really, be a leader, or if you just want out of that, nasty shit going on in LA, then shit, he might just want to go anywhere. But I'm excited to see where he goes, man. That'll be awesome.
And arguably, the Eastern Conference is the easier route. So, even especially with the Knicks, if you can get up there, that's a squad.
That would be my favorite place to go if I was Paul George right now, for sure.
Agreed. Some other ones, like there's also some rumblings that Zach LaVine could end up in a trade to the Warriors. That would be probably assuming that Klay Thompson's no longer there, which is looking increasingly likely.
He looks like he doesn't want anything to do with the Warriors. I'm sure there were some meetings that happened, and he probably just didn't like what he heard, and that's what happened leading up to the fallout with his social media and the Warriors. And It's gonna be interesting to see where Clay ends up, man. What kind of jersey he's wearing, where he thinks is a good fit for him. I would like to see him play better defense, maybe get his shooting percentage up, and he's still a killer out there. But not being a Splash Brother is wild to me.
What do you think about the possibility of? I haven't seen this anywhere, but what about like Milwaukee?
Yeah, I could definitely see that, man. Make them contenders, more contenders. They just need a mesh, and they could definitely be a contender in the East.
And I think they still have decisions to make on Middleton and Brook Lopez.
Interesting. I don't know if I want to trade Middleton for Klay Thompson.
Well, I think he might be hitting free agency.
Okay. Yeah.
This one I thought was kind of crazy. Awesome. Just like a random possibility is Karl Anthony Towns to the Brooklyn Nets.
And the Nets are hurting. They could use whatever. And, you know, any of these players that are really looking to make a name for themselves or have their own team, those are the kind of options you want to take. Karl Anthony Towns might be ready for another step, but I felt like he shouldn't fuck up a good thing with the Minnesota.
Well, it would be a trade, so it wouldn't be like him asking for anything. It's just an idea. And I even mentioned maybe looking at getting rid of Karl Anthony Towns. But Brooklyn would be looking at a core that would have him, Mikal Bridges, and assuming they can re-sign Nick Claxton, that would be like their core moving forward.
Don't sleep on Ben Simmons.
That's a huge piece, but only contract-wise. That's like $40 million or something right there. That's an expiring contract that they might be able to flip into some more players over there in Brooklyn. So they could look to make a move in the Eastern Conference.
It's just so crazy, man, how his career's shaped up, man. He was such a killer in high school.
I mean, his first couple years in the league, he was still an all-star, making all defensive teams and things like that.
I was thinking he was going to be the next Bron.
The Atlanta Hawks ruined him.
Oh, shit.
Another couple of rumors I saw is the Lakers, Sixers, Knicks, and the Memphis Grizzlies as a possibility for a Jimmy Butler trade because it's looking increasingly likely like he'll be out of Miami too. I guess rival executives have been saying that Jimmy's out of there after this season, so he could be on the move. What do you think about some of those teams? And I guess the look for, like, if he were to go to a team like the Grizzlies, it would be to move like Desmond Bane, which is a nice piece to add to Bam Adebayo.
It's definitely, yeah. Bane is a killer out there. He showed that with the absence of John Morant. Couldn't really get too much done with that team that they had over there. You know where I want to see Jimmy. I don't know if Jimmy wants to be a Laker, but I would love to see that. Him with LeBron and AD would be a nice piece defensively and when those boys aren't on the court.
Doesn't fix the point guard problem, though.
Yeah.
I guess Austin Reeves is supposed to do that, right? Is that what we're looking for now?
I mean, shit. We got to ask JJ that one.
Did you see I sent you Austin Reeves shoes?
No, who's he gonna be with?
I forgot what it was called, like Ritter or it was, I don't know. It was a random name, but they're not too bad.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check those out for sure.
Not too bad. Here, let me see. Anyway, we'll get to that. Do you have something on the U.S. under-17 team?
Man, just a squad, bro. How packed up that squad's looking. It feels like LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Anthony Davis back when they were, Carmelo Anthony back when they were young pups, you know, getting their little first taste of the USA and things like that. You got Boozer's child out there. Is it one of the twins or both?
Yeah, two Boozers.
Okay, he's got the Boozer twins. Cayenne's out there. Bryce is out there. Gilbert Arenas' son is out there. Pretty pumped to even watch this team play.
Monty Williams' kid is also on the team, and Trevor Ariza.
And Trevor Ariza's kid. Yeah, man. I want to see what he looks like, especially on the defensive end.
Yeah, this could be like a U.S. team.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you still got under 18s. You still got all the FIBA World Cups when they could win Olympic rings, like medals. Like this could be, assuming all these guys are who they're already built to be, because these guys are all top prospects. This could be the foundation of something for a decade plus.
Oh yeah, it's like when we first started to watch the careers of those same players. Like when we got to see Carmelo and everybody from the jump, from like Oak Hill to the league.
Right.
It just feels like that time where we're going to be watching these young men's careers for 20 plus years, man. It's pretty awesome. And
with the shift that it feels like is happening, in NBA and college, like where it's more of the game we grew up accustomed to.
Right.
Being able to follow along with these kids and hopefully, the one and done thing's still a problem to me to be able to follow the college game enough. I'll catch the games, we'll catch the tournament, obviously, but like
it's hard to catch those names.
It's hard to, you got to follow these guys for that 1 year in college and then hop right to the league with them. So hopefully, they get that opportunity to grow, and that's the one thing with these young players coming in the league now. They'll be ready eventually, but they're not ready yet. They just have to play it out,
Absolutely, man.
But to the W, our Aces, 2-game win streak. Is her, been her, still her. Asia Wilson, hooping, took down the Connecticut Sun, who were the number 1 seed. Unfortunately, the Liberty have now moved into the top seed in the WNBA. But 2 wins in a row. We're heading into the All-Star break coming up here soon. We're starting.
I believe we're just above 500.
2 games.
Shout out Asia Wilson with her new logo and Nike deal. We about to see.
She got a shoe.
Of course, she better have a shoe. She didn't have to say too much neither. We knew. She knew. They knew.
Boom. Sky beat the Fever tonight in the comeback fashion, 88-87. Caitlin Clark, 17 points, 13 assists, 5 for 9 from 3. Solid game, but it was not enough. Because Angel Reese again, Doug. 25 and 16 on 8 for 12 shooting.
Fucking monster.
First rookie with 25 and 15 since Asia Wilson.
Yeah. And we definitely saw that nasty ass drive to the paint the other night where he traveled twice. But like
I've never seen triple dribble.
The refs they would have fucked up the WNBA if they called anything right there.
Come on, no, man. Like, you see all these videos on Shaq and the Fool, like all those clips of guys just traveling or walking inbounds, and like all this shit is happening in the W now too. Like,
yeah, just get excited. You ever get that? You ever get that excited about a layup where you just forget how to handle the ball? It's happened, bouncing off your knee or something.
Maybe that's why, like, outside of the injury, maybe that's why I didn't go pro, because I never got that excited to where I fucked up a layup. I remember one time I got a steal, and I was on a fast break by myself, and I was about to punch this bitch. And Logan Gibson, shout out Logan, from the bench, when I got the steal, he goes, "Tienes leche?" And almost fucked up my whole thing, because I got cookies, and he was saying got milk in Spanish. It was against Niwot. But that's as close. That's the only thing I can remember. Almost like fucking up a layup, or like I never like traveled or double dribbled or like forgot how to play on my way to the hoop. You ever happen to you?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You done it? I can't think of one time.
Excited, bro. Yeah, I've definitely bounced it off of my leg or my foot or my shoe.
But did you like dribble, pick it up, dribble again? Like you
never traveled. No, I didn't never have a spur.
I might have lost the handle once or twice. You know what I mean? Like that might have happened, but I never like picked the ball up and dribbled again. Like,
yeah, I always feel for the player when I see him fuck up. Probably the worst one I ever saw was the Steph Curry gather when he was about to one hand punch it off 2 feet and slid and fell and then ran to the 3-point line, got the ball back and airballed that 3-pointer.
I think that Russell Westbrook one where he just carries the ball like a football and like calls the play, walks up court, takes like 8 steps and then starts dribbling. That's what it works.
That might be LeBron James you talk about. I see them do the same shit.
They both did it. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I didn't make it. On to the NHL, yo. We just talked about this the other day. The Edmonton Oilers forced Game 7. That'll be Monday night. This will be the first time that a team have forced Game 7 in the Stanley Cup playoffs after trailing 3-0 since 1945.
Shit.
There has been a team to win in the NHL doing this, but that was the 1942 Toronto Maple Leafs. So the Panthers look to finally close it out Monday night with the Oilers on the brink of history, something that hasn't happened in about 80 years.
It's knuckle puck time.
Oh, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk later. Don't you even worry. All right, man, on to the WWE. We haven't talked about it in a while, and this week alone, so much shit has happened. So I'm going to run down some of the stuff. You'll know a lot of these names. You know what's going on. We got Money in the Bank qualifying started for the Money in the Bank briefcase match. This week, Jey Uso qualified by beating Rey Mysterio and Finn Balor. Shout out. Carmelo Hayes, you might not know him too much. He's this cat that came up from NXT, young cat. He's nice. He beat Kevin Owens and Grayson Waller to qualify. Oh no, he beat Randy Orton and Tama Tonga. Sorry, excuse me. Andrade beat KO and Grayson Waller to qualify. On the women's side, Io Sky qualified over Kiana James and Zelina Vega, and Chelsea Green pulled the upset over Bianca Belair and Mi Chen. That's how the Money in the Bank is shaping up so far. With the Intercontinental title, Sami Zayn finally finished his feud with Chad Gable, and things look like they're falling apart for the Alpha Academy. Challengers that have arisen for Sami Zayn's Intercontinental Championship are Sheamus, who's had a long, illustrious career but has never held the Intercontinental Championship, so he's on the chase for that. And Braun Breaker. I've told you about him. You've seen him a couple times. The son of WWE Hall of Famer Rick Steiner, nephew of Big Papa Pump. This dude just wants to break shit. Like, he's appropriately named. He put Ricochet through a car window after tossing him off a semi-truck. Like, this dude is destructive, quick. I'm excited to see what Braun Breaker, like his whole career, I'm excited about Braun Breaker just because how big of fans we were as the Steiners.
Oh man, huge fans of the Steiners. Huge fans. It's good to know that the Steiner name is in good hands for sure.
For sure. Like, it's nice to see that. And it's like another one of those things, like Triple H bringing back how we grew up with wrestling. Some of these guys are actual throwbacks in present day form.
Absolutely. Talking about the throwbacks, Undertaker was on a podcast talking about a match that he had with Triple H around the end of the Attitude Era, when Vince McMahon was changing the rules about being slapped with chairs in the head and everything like that. Well, Undertaker and Triple H figured, shit, you're the son-in-law. I'm the longest tenured, wrestler that Vince has. We can have whatever kind of match we want. They went out there slapping each other with chairs. They were bleeding and had a hell of a match. They ended up getting that motherfucking bill in the mail though. They got fined for it.
Fine, yeah.
And they're like, okay, we understand because you gotta lead by example, and
And Triple H is no stranger to that. If you know the story of DX and how like they almost got kicked off of TV because of the shit DX used to do.
Right.
So he knows what he's doing with that type of shit. It's nice to have him in charge. Dude that was like the class clown basically, getting in all the trouble, causing the mischief, and now he's running the show.
Sometimes that's how you learn all the rules, man.
Exactly.
When all of them are set against you.
Break them hoes.
Yeah, man.
Some more things. Seth Rollins returned for the first time since WrestleMania. He wants his title back, and Damian Priest basically just handed him a title shot. He doesn't have to go through Money in the Bank, doesn't need a briefcase. Damian Priest says he respects Seth Rollins, and he wanted to beat him for the title when he cashed in. So he just gave Seth Rollins this shot at Money in the Bank at the title without the assistance of the Judgment Day, which also has their cracks. We'll get more into them as we get more into wrestling now that we have some time, you know what I mean?
Sure.
We also had the arrival of the Wyatt Six. This is the brainchild of Wyndham Rotunda, the late Wyndham Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt. They made their entrance on Raw by just messing up the whole backstage. They laid waste to everybody in their way. Didn't say anything. Crawled up on the lantern to end Raw. So they've sent their first message. The faction's led by Uncle Howdy, which is played by Bray Wyatt's real life brother Bo Dallas. And then we'll get into some more of the characters as we go, and as they pop up some more. It's been their first appearance, so that's pretty exciting. Because what Bray Wyatt was doing before he passed was like just great entertainment. So hopefully they can carry us on.
Yeah, man, he gave me those kind of nostalgic feelings when it came to the Attitude Era with the gothic wrestlers. You know, from the Mankinds to the Undertakers and everything they had going on. Wyatt definitely reminded me of that, especially when he blew out his lantern, bro. He was cold. He was he was a little too late in his era.
He was on his way to being like one of my favorites of all. He is one of my favorites. Like he could have been at the top, man. He was great.
Yeah, I liked him, man. Rest in peace. Gone too soon.
Absolutely.
The Wyatt name lives on.
All right, now to this next part, it's kind of like a lot of stories intertwined with each other. So partly like Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, who we mentioned briefly, are part of this. Like, let's get into this whole thing. Drew McIntyre showed up on Raw after a Clash at the Castle and basically quit. Says he couldn't take it anymore, kind of lost his shit and just walked out of the show. GM Adam Pearce, and you could see Triple H back there trying to talk him out of it, but didn't look like he was having it, so he walked out of Raw. Fast forward to SmackDown this Friday, because we talked about CM Punk screwing Drew McIntyre out of the title in Glasgow. SmackDown was in CM Punk's hometown of Chicago, where he was addressing the crowd. Basically just talked about how he felt great about getting some kind of revenge for all the shit Drew McIntyre has been talking and all the shit on social media and all of that. Paul Heyman comes out, warns him that Solo Sikoa is not happy that Chicago is CM Punk's city. He thinks every city should be his and this new bloodline city. So Solo comes out with the Tongans, ready to attack. Punk says he doesn't see the bloodline, just a bunch of fake ass Usos. But before Solo and the crew could pounce, here comes undisputed champion Cody Rhodes with some baseball bat backup, and kind of held off Solo and them. Later on in a backstage segment, a loud noise was heard up against one of those big garage doors. It seemed like something hit it, so they open up the doors and you see a laying, bloodied CM Punk with Drew McIntyre standing over him. He doesn't say anything, doesn't do any more. He picks CM Punk up, walks him all the way to the stage, out to the fans, drops CM Punk just like a sack of potatoes right there, mocked CM Punk a little bit, and then that was really all we saw of Drew McIntyre. He did push Nick Aldis, the GM of SmackDown, put his hands on him, so I'm sure that's coming with a fine too. So it looks like, that's going to be like, it'll go into SummerSlam at least. The main event of SmackDown, though, was Solo Sikoa versus Cody Rhodes. Cody had control for a lot of the match, but here come Tama Tonga and Tongaloa. They caused a DQ early in the match. Orton and Kevin Owens come out to help. They end up taking out the Tongans, and it leaves Solo by itself. So you got Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and just Solo Sikoa in the corner by himself. And, he starts to look kind of scared. But then he just starts laughing in their faces. As he laughs, you see, I think it was Randy Orton turns around first, eats a super kick. Boom. Kevin Owens eats a super kick. Boom. Cody Rhodes eats a super kick. Jacob Fatu, what I talked about months ago, joining the Bloodline, shows up, wrecks shop, threw some dudes against steel steps. He hit a big splash from the top rope onto the announce table onto Cody Rhodes. The Bloodline stood tall to end the show on SmackDown with Paul Heyman looking on the outside, looking kind of scared. I'm surprised that it's been we're on year 4 almost of this Bloodline story, and the fact that they've added 3 new pieces. We haven't seen Roman Reigns since WrestleMania. Haven't really seen The Rock since right after that either. And this story just keeps going, and they can still keep people drawn in and tell this kind of a story. WWE's killing it right now.
They're still running it. The Hawaiians and the Polynesians, if you will, are huge in the wrestling game, and it's nice to see the nod that they get from the wrestlers that came before until now, and they're going to be around forever.
I mean, most of it is one family tree.
Yeah, that's the crazy shit about it, man. It's
crazy,
fucking wild.
And it's talent. It's not just like nepotism here. Like they don't get on because their parents or grandparents or whatever. All these dudes can go, including Tamina Snuka. What's her name? The Irresistible Force. I can't think of her name right now. But she's a beast too. She's a family member. You got The Rock's daughter is like the GM on fucking NXT. Like,
Did she wrestle?
I haven't seen her wrestle in quite some time. I don't know if there's like an injury angle or something that's going on with that. They're keeping her on TV though, but she was wrestling. I saw her like early on when she first got on NXT. But
What's her special? She got a rock bottom. She got a people's elbow.
I don't know.
Okay.
Googleable.
Word up.
You got shoe news? That was all I got at WWE, man. Shit's crazy. We'll cover some more, you know what I mean? But like, tune in.
Real shit. You got the news about the WWE, man. Curry just signed a new athlete. If you heard about him, the kid from Nebraska was throwing up 3-pointers all last season. Like, it wasn't his business. He looked like the new Splash Brothers. So
they called him like the Japanese Steph Curry.
Clay, watch out. The kid's name is Casey Tominaga.
Tominaga, yeah.
And he will be with the Curry brand. Shout out to him. Congratulations. Hopefully your game translates to the next level. He definitely has a shot. What you think? I've seen the highlights. I've seen the 3-point pull. I've seen the cockiness.
He
can translate to the league though.
Shooting translates, but you see how even players like Luka Doncic, a defensive player of the year like Rudy Gobert, Kyrie Irving, a lot of these people, like, they get targeted on the defensive end. Everybody will target him on the defensive end. Like, you got to put him in the game to hit a shot and take him right out. And I don't even know how that works. Because you get him on the defensive end, he's getting cooked the whole game. You look at the playoffs this year, and everybody was looking at those matchups, those mismatches, and attacking them. They attacked Al Horford. You've seen all sorts of things happen this year. And that dude is on the court at the end of the game, he's fucked.
And to add to that, this year's playoffs were physical as hell. There's no way he'd be in that for that long.
You better go get it in the G. You know what I mean?
So do you think that's a bad move on the Curry brand to sign this kid?
No, because if he stays in the G League hitting thousands of threes, then it pays off. If he comes up to the league, he might have his little bit of, I don't want to like just put it in the box and call it Linsanity, but just that flash in the pan. He's gonna have some hot nights, you know what I mean? He'll be called on to get some buckets. You look at a guy like Peyton Pritchard, things like that. But Peyton Pritchard's scrappy. He'll get you on the defensive end too. Tominaga ain't got that in him.
Pritchard, man, he about to keep hitting those buzzer beaters too.
He don't give a fuck. Like,
shout out NBA for putting a compilation together of all the reporters from different countries reporting on the shot in real time. It's actually pretty dope to see.
That's dope.
And it seems like the reporters knew that shit was going in for most of them. He likes these. Yeah, I knew it was going in too.
Yeah, as soon as because they just put him in the game, I was like, all right, and it's a clean look. He's hitting that bitch.
And what did he say last time? I do this.
Yeah, he ain't playing. I hate that little motherfucker though. I got a little bit of hip hop news.
Okay. Versus
is returning after Swiss Beats and Timbaland reached an exclusive streaming deal with Elon Musk and X. So that'll be back. They own the whole thing; it's all theirs. But exclusive streaming will be on X. What's a versus you want to see?
Ooh, you just gonna put me on the spot like that.
Yep.
And what's this versus consist of? Just 2 artist catalogs?
I mean, you can pick the producer. You can do producer battle. You can do R&B. You could do hip hop. What versus you want to see?
Versus that I want to see. 50 Cent, The Game.
You think it's a fair fight?
Yes. I feel and the shit they got together, maybe.
Do you think either one of them use that?
Of course. Somebody gotta use Hate It or Love It.
Well, 50 would probably use that. Like, did he write that hook? Because he's like, that's my shit.
Game could just do his verse and be like, nigga,
I don't know. See, I'm trying to think, like, Chris Brown, Usher would be crazy.
That's definitely one people want to see, but nobody's holding it down with Chris Breezy.
Luda, Nelly.
They already did it. They did that one.
They did that?
Yeah, Nelly was drunk as hell. Luda, thank God Luda's a great host.
No, Nelly puts on a trash show. Show that I saw.
Okay. All right.
I've seen, but Luda puts on a hell of a show. That was the shit.
Real shit.
Nelly was the worst hip hop show I've ever been to in my life.
The verses was trash, bro. Just because he was faded.
They waited until all the booze in the place was sold out till they even hopped on the stage. It was late as shit. It was advertised as Nelly and the Saint Lunatics, so I was hyped. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I get Murphy Lee, I get everybody, City Spud, and all right, bet. They were all there, standing off to the side, just on the corner of the stage, not doing shit. The only person that rapped besides Nelly was his brother, and then it was like the whole show was just like a medley of songs. You got like a minute of this, a minute of that, 30 seconds here, 30 seconds there. Like you couldn't get into the Nelly show. And the opener was like some local dude. I don't remember who it was, so I won't say his name. He was trash. It was just
them fools came to Iowa with
to stand there,
trash intentions.
Just to stand there, you know, and you know that's why I don't want to do my hip hop in Iowa, because I feel like it's one of those flyover cities. So like they can give it a half-ass fucking go out here. Wait till they get to Denver, or wait till they get to New York, down in Texas somewhere, like the places they want to be, where they know the show's gonna be. Like this is an obligation. So like I no longer do hip hop here since that Nelly show.
Just one Passover joints for sure.
Like we're heading to Minnesota to see Prof next month. Like I'm not doing the Iowa hip hop unless it's like these local cats. I saw a couple local cats this weekend that were tight, but we'll talk about that too.
Nope. But yeah, you were speaking on Ludacris. Shout out Luda for giving a free concert. He walking around with a speaker wrapped around his shoulder. This was in Third Street Market Hall in Milwaukee. Just walking around screaming "Move, bitch" with a mic and everything. People were amped to see him. It was cool to see real rappers do real rap shit. Shout out Ludacris.
Oh yeah,
Most definitely.
I don't want to get your or my hopes up for this, but
I know what you about to say. This is breaking news right here, dog.
It seems like things are moving forward and progressing
For the day after Thursday.
for the last Friday.
Is that what it's gonna be called?
Yeah, I mean that's been like the pretty concrete title for a while now, I think.
Yeah.
But there's new leadership at Warner Brothers, and they own distribution for the Friday franchise. Somehow they need to go ahead and sell that to Ice Cube.
Somehow Flavor Flav got the news before everybody, but you know that's cool.
But yeah, man, it's again not gonna get our hopes up, but
It's
another
real
Friday.
news though. It's on a real site. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's not just some fake ass page by his son.
This may be an unpopular opinion, but then now they can finally get the bad taste of Friday After Next out of my mouth,
It's unpopular.
because I did not like it.
It wasn't terrible.
It was the worst of the three.
The sad part about it is all the people that are going to be missing out on this one.
R.I.P. Tiny Lister,
Izelle,
Pop.
Pops. It'll be a sad one for sure. I'm sure there'll be a nod to those gentlemen.
Exactly.
And maybe some AI shit used.
I hope not.
You ain't down for AI Popsy and grapes?
There's no need for it. Just have Pop's funeral, that's probably going to be part of it. But no, do not try to regenerate Debo, Pop, none of that.
I would not be mad.
There could be a new character still to show, though. You know how like it was Smokey in the first one, Day killed the second one, Money Mike. As much as I didn't like it, I mean he killed. It was Cat Williams killed the third one. Like there could be a new star to emerge in this fourth one.
Might be a new bully.
Yeah, new bullies.
Shout out your boy if you need a bully.
There you go.
Enough.
Work on those acting chops.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a guessing game for you. Since you are the green tea aficionado, I saw the top 5 selling bottled beverages, excluding like waters and sodas and shit. 1 through 5. What you got?
What's this list again?
Top 5 bottled beverages, not including soda and water.
Not including soda and water.
Or
Let's
Gatorade.
go with Peak.
What?
The tea company Peak.
Nope.
Brisk.
Nope.
Gatorade.
Nope.
Life Water.
Negative.
Powerade.
Nah.
Prime.
Mm-mm.
Prime's not on the list.
No. I don't know if you heard before, but I also excluded Gatorades and things of that nature.
Naked Juice.
No.
Arizona.
Arizona's number 5. Number 5 at $169 million.
Starbucks. They got glass drinks.
Oh, no. Not them.
Go ahead and give us a list, man.
4 was Sunny Delight.
Trash.
3 was Bai.
What the fuck is that?
The Bai waters. I think Justin Timberlake owns part of it. There's no booze in them, though. 2 is Hawaiian Punch.
Hawaii Punch? Trash. I guess these are for kids.
Trash? You hold your tongue.
Nah, man. None of that, bro.
You're crazy.
Sunny D and Hawaiian Punch, you get the fuck out of here.
Well, they're doing okay without you.
Bring back Sobe.
Number 1. Sobe ain't gone nowhere.
Oh, okay. I don't see Sobe too much.
Number 1 was
Snapple. Oh! Okay. Snapple's number 1, which is crazy because they jip you on that fucking drink, bro.
I'm over that conversation already. I want to talk about this. We have a new segment that we're working on, but we need some help. My brother here, in true Bradfield fashion, believes he can be great at anything.
I do.
So we want to introduce a new segment called Test the Bully. We want to find some athletes at the top of their games, college, semi-pro.
At the top, like,
yes,
it
yes.
could be just, play the game.
No, we talked about this. No, they have to be good. Top of the game. We're not going to end up getting like Justin Jefferson to run a route against you or nothing. You know what I mean? Like, but we want some real athletes. So, top of the game, anybody. We got soccer, hockey. CB DaBully believes out of 5 shots, he's getting a goal in both of those. Correct?
Yeah, I think I can score in any of those.
5 pitches, he's getting a hit. Now, what kind of hit do you think you get?
I can get a grounder, pop fly. I might even crack that bitch.
So you getting on base?
Possibly, if it's not a pop fly. If I get a hold of it, yeah, bro, I'm getting on base. Yeah,
right, so you get a base hit off a pitcher, and then we're not doing basketball because also in true Bradfield form, my brother is a bucket.
I appreciate that.
We don't need to go there. But what other sports do you think you could excel in? Do you think you could play like you could guard a receiver on a route?
No, hell no.
Could you run a route on a corner?
I could probably run a nice little route, and I got hands. So I could definitely catch it. If I do catch it, and I see the field, I'm probably gonna break free. I don't think.
House. Okay, so you can run it. We got a touchdown.
You know what I'm saying?
CB believes he could get a touchdown on somebody running. All right. And what are we saying? Like red zone, like 20, 25 yards?
Yep.
Okay.
Tight end type shit.
Okay, what else you got? What else?
Shit, bro. I mean, volleyball. Motherfuckers don't want to see me at volleyball.
It's hard to play one-person volleyball, though.
True. Shit. I mean, you're going to have to lace up them sneakers, too, then. But, yeah, I think most sports I can score in, for sure.
Word. Well,
I'll get a point in point karate, goddammit.
You getting you hitting one of those zones?
Yeah, I'd touch somebody at least, bro.
Okay. What about wrestling?
Wrestling, yeah, I'll choke the shit out you.
Hey, you know what? I say fuck trying to get you like in MMA and stuff like that, and let's see if we can get you in like a WWE ring or like.
Oh, dog, I'll thrive. Niggas will put me on the ring.
That should be wild. I'm not. And look.
WWE shit. I'm on the roster.
The reason that I'm hyping this up and I'm going to continue to talk about this isn't because I don't believe in you. Some of the things I don't think you can do, but I want to see it. I strictly just want to see it. Like I think this would be, even to not be directly involved, this would be fun.
That WWE thing is funny, bro. I'll fuck around and be a
Yeah,
character.
you know what I'm saying?
I have my own fucking choke slam, nigga, in 2 weeks.
Is that your finisher? Is that you going with? You already
I don't know, nigga.
you think about it, nigga. Like you might be short for a choke slam. Like you might not be a choke slam kind of guy.
How tall is Undertaker?
6'10"?
Damn.
Yeah, or 6'8". Him and Kane were both tall as shit.
I'm gonna have to do like it's gonna be some Brock Lesnar, Scott Steiner, Goldberg shit, something, dog. I have a dope ass motherfucking finisher.
Well,
sure.
you might need to work on it. You might need to start game planning.
Hell yeah. Gotta work on my spinneroonie with the locks.
But we need y'all's help though. Any way you can help. You know, a soccer player, you know, a football player, baseball player, any of those. Denver, Iowa. If we can make it happen once the show gets on the move, we can get on the road and make these things happen as well. Any and all comers, CB the Bully thinks he can thrive. So come on and test the bully, y'all. Please.
Test the fucking bully, y'all.
Test the bully. Please. God, I want this shit to happen so bad. So bad. One-on-one paintball against like a pro. I want to see that.
Any of that should be fire.
No, you know, tag is a sport now. Like you got to get on that parkour game, dog.
Clothesline myself on them rails, bro. That shit. I'm not fitting in between them crevices.
Not quick. Like I said, you got to think about it. But yeah, anybody that wants to help, man, just hit us up on Instagram.
And why can't it be hoop, man? Like
because because
a 3-point contest would be fun, bro.
You
want to see me in the 3-point contest,
but that's not a one-on-one. That's not what you got. Like scoring on somebody's gonna happen. But I'm saying you scoring a goalie in hockey, soccer. You got scoring somebody playing ball.
Get a goalie just sitting in the goal and be.
Yeah, you get a free kick.
Oh yeah, I'm scoring at least
like a penalty kick.
For sure.
I'm excited.
I love it, man. Bully of the weeks.
Bully of the weeks. What you got?
Man, I'm gonna bring it straight to the young man Bryce with the left-handed punch. One of his tournament high school games over the weekend, man. Boy is a motherfucking monster. The whole family can dunk, including Savannah. It's fucking dope. Bully of the week, Bryce.
Angel Reese. 18 rebounds, career high earlier this week.
And a shoot. Led
the comeback against the Fever. Got their first win against the Fever and her arch rival, Caitlin Clark, in the 3 tries. She's been hooping, dog. That's right. That's one of my bullies. You got any other ones?
That's it for me, man.
Got Tony Hawk. Today is the
He's dropping another.
No, he's not doing shit. It's a 25-year anniversary of the 900 at the X Games in '99.
You remember watching that shit live?
I do, and they just had a piece on SportsCenter about it too. It was super nostalgic to see.
I could feel the stress, bro, the tension when he was trying to land that joint.
Yeah, man.
How excited everybody was around him when he finally did, man. It was
just buzzing in there for sure, dog.
Unheard of, man. Unheard of.
Good shit, dog.
X Games, bro.
Shoutouts.
What you got?
Well, you know your boy was outside this weekend. It's a rarity for me.
Hey, some vitamin D, no Diddy.
But I got the chance to take in some local hip hop. Shout out to Lefty's Live Music for putting on the show, and Big Ray West for holding everybody down. He DJ'd for everybody last night. Also, a friend of the program, CeeRob. We talked about him a couple times. He did his thing as always. But super big shout out to my man Duke the Truth and his group Lame Nation, Laughing at My Enemies. I think that shit is so dope. Those dudes, they put on a hell of a show. I didn't know what to expect. Like I knew Duke was getting back on stage and I had never seen him before. But him, his boys, they talked about they was teaching a class and they put out table, chairs, had a whiteboard up there, and it was like an actual show throughout their set, and it was dope, and I love to see it. So shout out to Duke. Also shout out, I can't remember the dude's name, but I met a guy. He's the first black published comic book company here in Iowa. He also performed last night. He spits too, but I picked up one of his books.
Oh, that's fire!
Right? Picked up a book from him. I'm gonna read this and then hopefully move on and get some more. And this is the first in the series, I believe. But shout out to everybody involved, and then hopefully We're working on an event I just announced in August. Me and 84 Fresh, shout out my man Lee. It's the community kickback, the first of what we hope is many. We're gonna have food, vendors, music. I got my homie Mallory Joan, who's already worked with the brand. She's gonna be doing live portraits at the event. If we can make it happen, there's gonna be a flash tattoo station, some things like that. So keep a lookout on In My Bag Apparel, man, and 84 Fresh for this event we got coming up in a couple months. And a couple of these guys are already down to perform. And Duke is the only other barber that I go to that's not you. He already offered to cut at the event and perform. So it's going down in August. If the things really were to line up the way we wanted them to, we can see if we can get you in the building as well. But
out there, bless them with these clippers.
Get a blurry bully going on out here. You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's my shout outs. What you got?
That's it, man. Shout out to you for the event over the weekend, being outside, stepping out of your element, and networking, man. It's big shit. That's the footwork that has to be done in order to be successful. And we on it, baby.
Take it easy, man. You know what I mean? You didn't tell me I had a fuzzy on my head this whole time?
I wasn't check.
You just gonna let the fuzzy on my forehead?
I don't even think you saw it like that. You good.
I knew my computer screen was dirty, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Then I found out.
Yeah, man. Good episode, brother.
You as well.
No basketball, but we make it work anyway.
Hey, man, the three-man weave goes on.
That's a fact. Holding it down. Until next time, I am CB the Bully of Bullies, Cuts, and Styles, here with EB of In My Bag Apparel. And we will catch you on the next one. We are the three-man weave. Throw it up, Evan.
We the three.
3. Deuces.